Jabari's blood ran cold as the man's sharp gaze locked onto him. The boy Kalani growled, "Take him." Jabari was filled with fear, his heart pounding. What will he do now? Immediately Jabari ran for his life, darting through the maze of burning huts. He ignored the searing heat, the acrid smoke filling his lungs. He had no weapon, no training, nothing but fear, and the mark burning on his shoulder. But fate was not so kind. A massive shadow loomed before him, then a growl, deep, bone-rattling, inhuman. Jabari's feet skidded to a halt as a monstrous beast emerged from the smoke. It was furious, a thing made of darkness itself, a shadow beast, sent by Zuberi's sorcery to kill him. And Jabari had nowhere to run. The shadow beast lunged. Jabari barely had time to roll aside before claws, the size of daggers, tore through the ground where he had stood. His mind raced. How could he possibly fight such a thing? Then a voice in his head, "Use the mark." Jabari's hand flew to his shoulder. The emblem pulsed beneath his fingers, growing hotter. Desperate, he raised his palm and willed the power to awaken. The air crackled, and then a burst of energy exploded from his hand, slamming into the shadow beast's chest. The creature howled, staggering back. Jabari's eyes widened in shock. He had magic, but before he could react, rough hands grabbed him from behind. "Leave me alone," he shouted, struggling. But the grip was too strong, and when he turned, his heart shattered. It was the villagers, the same people he had grown up with, the same people who had fed him, clothed him, called him their own. Now, their eyes were filled with fear. "We have to give him up," one of the elders whispered. "If we don't, Zuberi will burn the village to the ground." Jabari struggled harder. "Elder Kofi, please." But even Kofi looked away. And as the hunters approached, Jabari realized the bitter truth. He had been betrayed. Bound in chains, Jabari was thrown onto a horse, Kalani leading the way. The hunters rode swiftly, leaving behind the burning remains of Kijiji. But fate was not done with him yet. As they neared the edge of the forbidden jungle, the trees began to whisper. The hunters' horses reared, uneasy. The air grew thick, electric. Then shadows moved. Figures emerged from the jungle, their faces hidden by masks made of bone. The forest people, a forgotten tribe that even Zuberi's men feared. Kalani raised his sword, but the forest people did not attack. Instead, their leader pointed at Jabari. "The boy belongs to the jungle." Before Kalani could react, the ground split open beneath them, and Jabari fell, tumbling into the darkness, into the forbidden jungle, into his destiny. Jabari's body twisted in midair as he plummeted into the darkness below. The wind roared past his ears, his mind screaming for something, anything to stop his fall. Then, suddenly he hit water. The impact knocked the air from his lungs. He thrashed wildly, the current dragging him down deeper into the unseen depths. His arms burned, his legs kicked furiously until at last he broke the surface, gasping for breath. All around him, towering trees loomed, their thick branches woven so tightly together that only faint slivers of moonlight pierced through. The water was dark, still, except for the ripples his body created. He had fallen into the forbidden jungle's sacred river, the same jungle that no one had ever entered and returned from. Jabari dragged himself onto the riverbank, coughing up water. His chains were gone, snapped loose by the force of his fall. A stroke of luck, or perhaps fate. As he sat up, a rustling in the bushes sent his heart racing. Something was watching him, something ancient. Then a pair of glowing green eyes blinked in the darkness. Jabari held his breath, and from the shadows, a creature unlike anything he had ever seen emerged. The creature was massive, and easily the size of a lion, but its body was lean, covered in thick, dark fur. Its long tail curled like a serpent's, and its face was almost human. Jabari's body froze. His instincts screamed at him to run, but his legs refused to obey. Then, the creature spoke. "You are not supposed to be here." Jabari's breath hitched. The voice was deep, layered, almost as if more than one being spoke through it. I didn't mean to come, he stammered. I was. The creature's eyes narrowed. You are Jabari, the lost heir. His blood ran cold. How do you know my name? The beast stepped forward, its long claws pressing into the earth. Because the jungle knows all. A pulse of wind stirred through the trees, carrying whispers with it. Faint, distant voices. The spirits of the jungle were speaking. Jabari swallowed hard. If you know who I am, then you know I need to leave. Zuberi's men are after me. The creature's lips curled back, revealing sharp teeth. Then you are safer here than anywhere else. Jabari frowned. What do you mean? The beast sat, wrapping its tail around its massive paws. This jungle does not obey mortal rules. Time flows differently here. Magic breathes in its soil. The moment you fell, you crossed a threshold. If Zuberi's men followed, they would never find you. Jabari's heart pounded. You mean, I'm trapped? The creature's eerie green eyes locked onto him. Only if you are too weak to leave. Jabari clenched his fists. Then I'll find a way. A deep chuckle rumbled from the beast's throat. Many have tried. Few have succeeded. Then, slowly, it rose to its full height. The wind stilled. The jungle held its breath. If you wish to leave, you must first prove yourself worthy. And just like that, Jabari knew. His first true trial had begun. The guardian led Jabari deeper into the jungle, where the trees grew impossibly tall, and the air shimmered with an eerie glow. The jungle is alive, the guardian said. It does not welcome outsiders. It will test you. If you fail, you will never leave. Jabari squared his shoulders. Then I won't fail. The guardian's sharp teeth glinted in amusement. We shall see. Then, with a single powerful leap, the creature vanished into the trees. And the jungle began to shift. The ground beneath Jabari's feet trembled. The trees groaned, their roots slithering like snakes, twisting the landscape into a maze of endless paths. One moment, there was a clear way forward. The next, it was gone, swallowed by towering vines. Jabari took a cautious step. The path before him stretched deep into the jungle, but something felt wrong. The trees whispered, not that way. He turned, another path had appeared, leading in the opposite direction. The whispers grew louder. Choose wisely, lost heir. A bead of sweat rolled down his brow. He had no idea which path was real and which was a trap. Then he remembered the guardian's words. The jungle is alive. It tests you. Jabari closed his eyes. He took a slow, steady breath, and then he listened, not with his ears, but with something deeper. And then, a faint heartbeat, not his own, the heartbeat of the jungle. Jabari's eyes snapped open. He turned toward a nearly invisible path, overgrown with moss and thorns, and he ran. Behind him, the jungle howled in fury. The trees lurched, trying to trap him. Roots lashed at his feet, but Jabari was fast, faster than he had ever been before. With a final leap, he burst through the last barrier of vines and stumbled into a clearing bathed in golden light. The whispers ceased. The jungle was silent once more, and standing in the center of the clearing waiting for him, it was Dia the spider, smirking. Not bad, cub, she said. Not bad at all. Jabari's chest heaved. What are you doing here? Dia's smirk widened. Oh, I'm just here to make sure you survive. After all, we still have so much work to do. Jabari frowned. What work? Dia stepped closer, her eyes gleaming like a hunter who had finally caught her prey. Training you to kill Zuberi. Jabari stared at Dia, his mind spinning. Training me to kill Zuberi? I don't understand, he said, narrowing his eyes. What are you doing here? How did you even find me? Dia leaned casually against a tree, arms crossed. You think I let the king's dogs take you without a plan? I tracked you. Jabari folded his arms. And what if I had died? She smirked. Then I would have found another lost heir. Jabari scowled. You're lying. Dia laughed. Maybe. Then her expression turned serious. But if you want to survive what's coming, you'd better stop asking foolish questions and start learning. Jabari hesitated. He didn't trust her, not entirely, but She had saved him before. And if she really did know how to defeat Zuberi, he had no choice. Dia turned and began walking toward the dense jungle. "Come, cub," she called. "We have work to do." Jabari followed, stepping into the unknown once more. For days, Dia pushed Jabari to his limits. She trained him in the art of movement, teaching him how to weave through the jungle's deadly traps like a shadow. She taught him the ways of the hunter, how to move without making a sound, how to read the language of the wind and trees. And she taught him how to fight. Each morning, they sparred with wooden staffs, their clashes echoing through the jungle. At first, Jabari was slow, clumsy. Dia danced around him effortlessly, striking him down again and again. "You're too predictable," she scolded, dodging his latest swing. A real warrior doesn't just attack. A real warrior listens, adapts, anticipates. Jabari gritted his teeth. He hated losing, but each time he fell, he rose stronger. By the end of the week, his movements were sharper, faster, and for the first time he managed to knock Dia off her feet. She simply grinned. "Now you're learning, cub." One evening, as Jabari rested, he heard them again. The whispers. They drifted through the jungle, carried on the wind. Faint, ancient voices. He sat up, frowning. "Dia, do you hear that?" She didn't even glance at him. "The spirits are always watching." Jabari shivered. "What do they want?" Dia hesitated. Then, for the first time, she looked, and sure. "They don't speak to just anyone," she admitted. "If they whisper to you, it means they have something to show you." Jabari's pulse quickened. "Should I follow them?" Dia's jaw tightened. "That depends." "On what?" he asked. "On whether or not you're ready to face the truth." Jabari swallowed hard. Then he stood and followed the whispers into the night.